The US government spends $6.4 trillion a year. This sounds like a lot of money because it is. This is Jay-Z and Beyoncé's $200 million mansion. The US government buys the equivalent of 32,000 of these every year. But where does your tax money actually go? Not to the places you might think. The biggest chunk of tax money goes to Medicare and Medicaid. It costs 25% of the budget, roughly $1.6 trillion. Medicare covers the elderly, which is 66 million Americans, while Medicaid covers the poor, disabled, and children, 72 million Americans. Social Security takes 21% of the budget, $1.3 trillion. That's money coming out of your paycheck to pay for current retirees. Started under President FDR, it's the most successful government program of all time, lifting millions of elderly out of poverty. What civilized society wants homeless old people? Future generations are supposed to pay for your retirement, so it's essential this program keeps going. All the yelling about the funds running out are simply lies designed to make it easier to cut the program. Defense spending grabs 13%, $850 billion, which seems to rise every year. We need every latest fighter jet, I guess, even when they don't work. We spend more on our military than the next 9 countries combined. If you're wondering where all the waste, fraud, and abuse is, you might want to check the Pentagon. But cuts here are rare. Defense contractors love their hefty profits. Income security programs are 12% or $770 billion. This is our safety net. Unemployment, food stamps, housing aid. These programs help working people who don't make enough to survive because wages haven't meaningfully increased in decades. So yes, your tax dollars are paying people because corporations don't want to do it. National debt is a big mystery to many, but it's something we must pay every year by law. Interest on the national debt is now 11% of all spending, $750 billion just to pay interest. Not paying down debt, just servicing it. That's more than we spend on veterans and education combined. Veterans get 5%, $325 billion. Education gets a measly 3%, $190 billion, and transportation a tiny 2%, $125 billion. The everything else category, NASA, environment, agriculture, foreign aid, gets just 8% total. So let's simplify this. 58% goes to healthcare and feeding people. 13% goes to foreign wars and defense contractors. 11% goes to interest on the national debt, and 18% goes to dozens of programs that benefit Americans and American businesses. As much as we complain about the US government, most of what it does is not wasteful, it's not fraud, and it's certainly not abuse. Paying off interest on debt isn't the best thing, but 11% isn't going to bankrupt us either. If there's any waste, it's in the Pentagon. The rest is all vital programs everyday Americans rely on. Corporations cannot do them better because they are going to charge a profit on top. The goal of corporations is to destroy the government or take it over, so they're incentivized to lie to you. It's trendy to hate on the government, but for the most part, it does its job and at the very least keeps things stable. Studies have shown more government, not less, in the form of Medicare for all would actually save Americans money in the future. Go figure. I'm Adam Stein, and this is Future Finance.